Hi, I'm Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland, here for some workout details for Friday, March 20th, 2020. I'm going to start out with just a short warm-up. Today's workout doesn't require a lot of warm-up. So you're going to do for 4 minutes is all. You're going to do 5 burpees, 5 sit-ups, and 5 squats. Just do that over and over and over at a nice leisurely pace for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to have some isometric work. We're going to do a little bit of lower body isometric work. If you want to tune in to our Zoom meeting, we'll go over those. If you're going to not be able to make the meeting, we're going to go right to the workout details. That Zoom meeting on Friday morning, we have 3 classes, 5:30 a.m., 7 a.m., and 9:15 a.m. Those are open for our experienced members that are familiar with the movement routines, but I've got a video that's going to follow. It's going to show you each of the possible movements that you're going to do. When I say possible movements, we're doing a pick and choose type of day today. And so I'm going to follow, I'll be putting the whiteboard up here in a second. I'm going to go over the movements and how this workout works. But it's 1,000 rep Friday, and it's either for time or not for time. We do this about every 4 or 5 months, and it's a real doozy of a Friday. But you can make it as hard or as easy or as bearable as you want. You'll see that in a little bit. If you want details on how to log on to that Zoom call, if you go to CrossFitCleveland.com and go to our WOD page, you go to our home page, there's a button right on the top that'll take you to the workout. It's real easy to find, and there's a link that you can log on and get onto that online virtual meeting. Again, 5:30 a.m., 7 a.m., and 9:15 a.m. When you're done with the workout, your cool down is going to be, I want you to pick any single movement that's on that whiteboard, whether you did it in the workout or not, and I want you to do 3 minutes, max reps. And like always with our cool downs or our afterwads, you can take it very slow at casual pace and really have it be a warm down or cool down, whatever term you prefer. Or if you just didn't have enough of the workout, you've got another 3 minutes where you can hit it as hard as you want. Maybe pick something difficult. Maybe pick something that you avoided in the workout because you didn't want to do 100 reps of that movement. And just do it for 3 minutes and cap yourself off. And then if you can, post somewhere either on our website or on our Facebook public facing page or on our member group the results of the workout and let us know how you liked it. Great. And again, Saturday morning, we've got one single workout, 9 a.m. Same link. So you're going to find that link on our CrossFit Cleveland website, CrossFitCleveland.com. Guys, have a great Friday.
So today we have 1,000 rep Friday, or what I'm calling today 1,000 point Friday. And you can do this 4 times, try to get it done as fast as you can, or you can just take your time, do nice deliberate reps, and get as much out of it as you can. So yeah, the idea here is that you get to pick and choose which of these movements that you want to do, and you can avoid things that you don't want to do. But the objective is to obtain 1,000 points total. And so if you look on the whiteboard here, the first column, these movements, every rep that you do equals 1 point. So sit-ups, bicycle crunches, 4-count flutter kicks, hollow rocks or hollow rolls, the Russian twist with a press, mountain jacks, plank position shoulder taps, right and left is 1 rep, hand release push-ups, single unders with a jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, if you're working out at home, you can do a ropeless single under. You do good old-fashioned jumping jacks or slalom hops, right and left equals 1. Now you might be looking, not sure what these movements are. Following this whiteboard review, I've got a short video that goes through all these movements. It shows you a couple variations. So if you're familiar with these movements and you don't need any more assistance, at the end of this whiteboard review, you can end the video. Otherwise, take a few minutes to watch what I put up. So every rep is 1 point. Look over on the second column. I've got some movements that are a little bit more difficult. So we're getting you 2 points for every rep. double unders or ropeless double unders if you don't have a jump rope. Again, I have an example of that in the video to follow. You're just basically jumping higher without a rope. You do burpees. If you have a barbell or access to some weights, you can do deadlifts, and I want you to do it at 50% of your 1 rep max. Or you can do power cleans. That again at 50% of your 1 rep max. I don't have demonstration items. I don't have a demonstration of those two movements in the video to follow. I figure if you know what your 1 rep max is, you know how to do deadlifts, and you know how to do power cleans. If you don't know how to do those lifts and you have a barbell available, don't do them. Okay? Just stick with the other movements. And then to give you, if it's nice out and you want to run, or if you happen to have a bike or an Airdyne, or if you have a heavy backpack and you want to go on a ruck, or you want to do a plank hold, I'm giving you some options so that if every 3 minutes that you spend either running, riding a bike, either stationary or a real bike outside, rucking, or holding a plank for 3 minutes, you accumulate 100 points. So you get to mix and match. You can do any combination in any order that you want. Now you might be sitting here thinking, oh, 1,000 reps or 1,000 points, it's crazy. We do this about every 4 or 5 months, and it's a really good Friday end of the week workout. And you can make this as difficult or as easy or as attainable as you want, just based on what your week's been like. And so here's what most people do, is they'll take their jump rope and they'll do 500 single unders. I forgot to tell you, or I have not gotten to the point, that you can do as many reps as you want to a maximum of 500 per movement. So you can't do 1,000 of one thing. You can do up to 500 of any movement. The other twist here is that you must do a minimum of 100 reps of a movement that you choose. You don't have to do them consecutive. You can break them up. I'll give you a couple examples here. So if you've done this before, you will know what I'm saying. If you haven't been around, just listen. It'll all come together. It makes perfect sense, and it's really a good workout because you get to pick what you like. You can avoid what you don't like, or you can pick things that you don't like to make it especially more difficult. Because we like to focus on the things that we like to avoid or hate. It makes us better. So you're looking for 1,000 reps total. And so you can mix and match, again, any order. But if I start out and I want to do push-ups, I need to do 100 push-ups minimum. I can do 120, I can do 140, but I have to do at least 100. I can't do 50 and quit. If you do 50 and quit, they don't count. You got to cross them off your list. Okay? So you can do up to 500 total. So let's say you're like, you know what? I just want kind of an easy workout to end my week. You can do 500 single unders and you can do 500 jumping jacks and you're done. Okay? It's probably going to take you 7-8 minutes and you're over. You can also say, I want to make this a kick-ass workout, and you can pick some more difficult pieces. You could do hollow rocks or hollow rolls. You could say you'll do 500 hollow rock and rolls. You probably won't finish that, but you could. So this is all up to you to pick your choices. In the second column here, 1 rep equals 2 points. Your double unders, all you have to do is 50 total. You need to do 50 points. I'm sorry, you need to do 100 points total of the movement. So if you choose double unders as one of your movements, ropeless or actually with a rope, if you do 50 reps, there's 100 points. That's your minimum. You can do more, but you have to do at least that. Same thing with burpees. If you choose burpees, you got to do at least 50. It'll get you 100 points. And you can do more, but that's your minimum. Hopefully that all makes sense. Let's go down to the 3-minute piece. Plank holds, every 3 minutes straight plank or accumulative. So if you can only hold a plank for 1 minute, you need to do that 3 times to accumulate your 100 points. And you can do that broken. So if you do a minute and then you go and do a little bit of something else and come back, as long as you accumulate 3 total minutes, you get 100 points. If you do 6 total minutes, you'll get 200 points. Everybody making sense? If you're going to time this workout, get a clock ready. If you're going to just do it for completion, don't worry about the time. If you're wondering how long this is going to take, or you're a little bit worried about going over, if you got some time issues today, just set yourself a time cap. 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. You should be able to finish this in 30 to 40 minutes, but again, it depends on what you pick. If you pick some difficult movements, this could take you an hour. So keep that in mind. So if you know the movements and you're familiar with them, have at it. If you need a little bit of instruction, like I said earlier, just watch the video that follows. So you've heard the details about our 1,000-point Friday. I'm going to go through some of the movements quickly just to remind you of some options for some of the movements that you can choose. All right, for the sit-ups, if you have an ab mat, you want to put that behind your back. If you don't have an ab mat, you can take a small towel and roll it up and put it in the lumbar area of your spine just to keep something to press against your lower back against the floor. And you're just going to come all the way back and all the way up. Make sure you sit up past perpendicular. You can keep your legs straight, or if you want to make it a little more challenging, we like to lay our knees out to the side, bring our feet up as close to our body as we can, and up. If you can't go through the full range of a sit-up, you can do a crunch. So our crunches, I like to just reach up to the ceiling, try to get my shoulders as far off the floor as I can. Not so much trying to touch my chin to my stomach, but lifting up high. Slight pause at the top, slight pause at the bottom. Okay. You can also do bicycle crunches. So keeping your shoulder blades up off the ground, and you're going to pull one knee towards your opposite elbow and extend your other leg. 1, 2, 3. Just be careful that you're not cranking on your neck. Leave your neck relatively neutral. 1. The lower leg to the ground, the harder it is. A little bit easier if you go up straight. I like to go close to the ground if I can. Flutter kicks. You're going to do 4 count flutter kicks. I like to have my hands a little bit under my butt. Helps me to keep my lower back on the ground, pointing my toes. 1, 2. So it's a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. If you count every time you kick one leg, 1, 2, 3, you just have to double your number to get there. All right. You can also do hollow rocks or rolls. So a hollow rock starts out, I like to hold my legs up, get my lower back flat on the ground. I'll move a little bit. Lower down, keep my lower back on the ground here, and I'll just rock. 1, 2, 3. The range that you move through the rock is not as important as how much tension you keep through your core. I don't move a lot. I've got some people in the gym that have a big rocking chair. I like to, as long as you stay tight. A hollow roll is side to side. Come down here and here. Side to side is 1. 1, 2, 3. All right. Next movement on the list that you can choose to do is a Russian twist. We do them with a press. So you can use a weighted object if you have an ab mat. It's not very heavy. You can find a book, maybe a phone book if you have one in your house. I'm going to use my Precision Nutrition certification book. It's about 5 or 6 pounds. You can do 1 of 2 versions. You can keep your heels off the ground while you touch left and right. Or my preference, just have your heels slightly on the ground so you can maintain balance, but not as a cheat to slump forward. Just enough to keep your balance. Chest up, nice and straight. You're going to turn to the side. Touch left, touch right, bring the weight out front, touch your chest, and press and back. That's 1. You can go straight up to the ceiling if you've got good shoulders. I like to go just straight perpendicular off of my torso, anywhere from this angle to straight up.
So that's here, 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 up and down. It's not here, here, up, down. That's a cheat. Stay tight. The whole key here is to stay tight through your core, up and down, left, right, touch, press, touch is a rep. All right. Mountain jacks. You can do a mountain jack. Mountain jack is a combination of a mountain climber and a plank jack put together. So from your top of the plank, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So try not to stick your butt up in the air and pike. It's not a pike jack. And don't sag your hips. This isn't good for your lower back. Nice straight plank or a little bit of a hollow. Here, here, out and in. Here, here, out and in. All right. You can do shoulder taps. Right and left is 1 rep. Do it from that same top of the push-up position. Stay nice and square, nice and hollow. Right and left is 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Not so bad if you're doing 10 or 20, but if you do 100, you'll feel it. Next are push-ups, hand release push-ups. You can do a strict hand release, keep a nice straight body, down to the floor, release your hands, back up, fully extended elbows. Down again and up, down again and up. If you need to warm up from your knees, you can come down, lift your chest up, bring your hips up so you're in a tight plank, go back down, here, release your hands, up, release your hands, up. You also have a choice. You can do single unders. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do it a ropeless single under. It might look simple, but it's not. It'll get you. It's just the same thing as doing a rope. You're going to pretend you have a rope in your hands, and you're just going to jump. Some people call those pogos, low pogos. You can do double unders if you have a rope, or you can do ropeless doubles. So if you know how to do doubles, you know that you jump a little bit higher, or sometimes quite a bit higher. So you're going to do a high pogo. So instead of low, you're going to, and think you're doing doubles and pretend that you're spinning the rope twice. It'll get your heart rate up just the same. You'll actually do more of those consecutively than you would with a rope if you're not that good with doubles. So your heart rate will go up, and that's what we want. You can do good old-fashioned jumping jacks, but I don't want you to do little motion. I want you to do big, all the way up overhead, and all the way slapping the side of your legs. So slalom hop, you're going to go to the left and go to the right. That's 1 rep. So here, 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 here. You can do them as fast or as slow as you want. If you're going to do them slow, at least focus on a quick turnaround. That's the agility work. Just don't hop and then hop. You're not going to get much out of it. But if you bound over and back quickly, you'll get something out of it.